acceptable range, please follow the instructions on the screen in front of you. Please follow the instructions on the calibration screen ahead of you. If you cannot find the calibration screen, please... Congratulations! We have successfully calibrated your biometrics to our systems. If you feel that your arm length is incorrect, hit the recalibrate button on your left. Now that you've been calibrated, it's time to go over the basic movement controls. Put your hand, or whatever appendage your species may have in place of hands, into the glowing area. Now, swing your arm down. Now try again with your left hand in one continuous motion. Amazing! Some contestants. Good work! Now, try it again with your left hand in one continuous. Congratulations, you appear to be in functional condition. You are now ready to race in the galaxy's greatest sporting event. Prepare yourself for Sprint Vector.
Once in every 4 galactic cycles, the galaxy's most skilled contestants are captured, selected, to earn the galaxy's most fabulous prize. Anything the heart desires. Do they fight for freedom? Did they come for vengeance? For love? For money? Whatever their reasons, they all came here to win. What do you say we bring one of them out now?
If it means we get to see someone else on stage, then what are we waiting for?
Good one, Shrek. All right, folks, it's time we put the power in your hands. Look down at your devices and vote for your favorite contestant, and we'll bring them out on stage. Just look down and pick someone. Anyone. By all means, make sure you're making the right choice, but remember, folks, we are live and waiting on you.
Maybe they're also blown away by...
I'm in it for the cash.
It's hard to hate on such an honest response. Say hello to Hendrix, the legitimate businessman.
I'm amazed that thing even knows how to talk, let alone race, Mystery.
Oh, and you can just stand right here. Excellent. This is a big day for you. Tell me, kid, how does it feel?
What's the holdup, Mystery? You did make sure they can talk, right?
Well, Shran, some people like to think first instead of blurting out the first horrible thing that comes to mind.
Whatever.
Ja, ich find's toll.
Looks like we've got a strong and brooding contestant here, folks. You know, I've always said
Oh,
that
jo.
silence is more powerful than words, and our proud contestant here is living proof. All right, kid, we can get right to it, or if you need it, you can practice a little first. Just give them a great show, all right? That being said, there's no shame in brushing. Smart choice. You make sure to pay attention on the practice course, then you'll be running circles around the rest of them.
Don't worry. No one's saying anything bad about you for wanting to practice. They're just thinking it.
Welcome to Sprint Vector. Before you start racing at top speeds, we'll first need to calibrate our system to match your range of motion. Please follow the instructions on the screen in front of you. Face the screen and follow the instructions. Alright, if you ever need to adjust these settings, hit that recalibrate button to your left. Now that we're calibrated, it's time to go over the basic controls.
Länger,
This is the
also meine Arme voll
It will be
ausgestreckt
used
sind
for
so.
many different actions in Sprint Vector. Go ahead and press the T button 3 times with your index finger.
Ich glaube, die können die Arme
T
nicht.
button is on the underside of fantastic. This button at the center of your motion controller is the move button. Press the move button 3 times with your thumb. Excellent. This is the triangle button. Hold this button to open the menu anytime outside of this tutorial. For now, press the triangle button 3 times. Good. These 3 buttons are used for quick turning. Quick turning allows you to turn in place without needing to turn your body. Quick turn 2 times, and when you're done, face the screen in front of you. Let's go over the basic action used to play Sprint Vector. We call this action your stride. Your stride will be used throughout Sprint Vector to move you forward like you were sprinting. With good form, you can move faster with less effort. First, we'll show you now. Cool. Now try it again with your left. Sweet. Next, good. Nice work. Now, try it again with your left. Nice job. Great. Now that you have the motion and timing down, we just need to add speed. The more effort you put into your stride, the more speed you'll get in return. Repeat the same motion you did earlier, but make sure to release the T button past your hip mid-swing. Try to reach the speed marked on the speedometer in front of you using your right hand. Awesome. Now try it faster. Reach at least the medium speed marked on the speedometer using your left hand. Make sure you're releasing mid-swing, past your hip. Cool. Great. In Sprint Vector, you can reach maximum speed shown on that speedometer with one swing of your arm. Remember that your stride will be used all the time in Sprint Vector. By maintaining good form, you can go much faster for significantly less effort. And trust me, you'll need that extra energy to pull off all the sweet stunts you can see in this video. Let's get you moving. To skate, apply the stride motion you learned earlier. First, raise your hand out in front of you and hold the T button. Next, swing your arm down and release the T button mid-swing past your hip, just like you did before. This should feel like running. Let's see if you can make it down to the end of the track. Skating is the same motion that you learned earlier. Hold. Excellent. Now that you can skate, you should be able to make it to the end of any racetrack. While skating, the more effort you put into sprinting, the faster you'll go. As you go faster, you'll start to see lightning form around your vision. To make it past these gaps, you'll need to be going pretty fast. Use the speedometer under this video to check your speed. The more effort you put into sprinting, the faster. Great job! You might have noticed that you also have a personal speedometer attached to you. Use it to gauge your speed while sprinting. Turning is simple. Just sprint in the direction you are looking. Turn your upper body to face the direction you want to go. The faster you go, the more control you'll have when turning. The finish line is right around the corner. You can make it. Just twist your body left or right and sprint. Awesome! Now you can turn and follow the curves of our track. To brake, you'll need to hold both the T button and the move button at the same time on both hands. Try using the brakes to stop yourself from running off this ledge. Try and stop before you hit the ledge. Braking allows you to control how you want to race by giving you the ability to regulate your speed while running and falling. Next up, let's go over the basic motion used for jumping. Jumping in Sprint Vector is a lot like launching yourself off the ground with your hands. With good form, you can jump higher and further with minimal effort. Put your hand in the glowing area in front of you and hold down the move button. Good. Now, try it again with your left hand in one continuous motion. Sweet. You can also jump using both hands. Try this motion by swinging both hands. Fantastic. Now that you got the motion down, let's unlock movement and try it for real. Nice job. Great. Now you're ready to try some obstacles. Let's get you jumping. You will need to apply everything you just learned to jump over these hurdles. Let's jump these hurdles to get to the finish line. You can clear them from a standing position. You can jump twice. Give it a try. By timing your second jump carefully, you can increase the height or distance of your jumps. You made it! Congratulations! Now you can jump over obstacles along your way, even while moving at top speeds. During a race, you can jump across vast gaps after gaining some momentum from sprinting first. While your momentum carries you forward, you can jump at any point, even if you're already falling. Try running and then jumping to make it across these gaps.
Boah,
Now
ich
that
schwör.
you know how to jump while running, you will be able to soar through the racetrack and avoid obstacles easily. Now that you know the basics, let's put you to the test. Make it to the end of the track. Excellent. Nice work. Nice job. Fantastic. You made it. Now that you've finished learning the basics, you're ready to take on the first race course. If you want to learn more mechanics, try the intermediate tutorials.
Blatt, ich schwitze.
You are now tuned in to the galaxy's greatest show, Sprint Vector.
Broadcasting now across every band in every dimension. Sprint Vector, the only legally mandated form of entertainment.
Nein?
Sprint Vector communicates exclusively using the EMIG 5-dimensional communications platform. Need your message there yesterday?
Nein.
Let's learn some intermediate skills. While in air, you can fly by extending both arms forward and holding down the T buttons on both hands. Just like you're a superhero. You can't jump here, so you gotta soar to reach the finish line. Try and make it to that cliff above you by flying. You made it across. With flying, you can make much further gaps than you normally would by just falling. Remember, you can fly whenever you want. You don't need a boost. While flying, you can turn by simply twisting your arms, kind of like steering a car. Point your head and hands in the direction you want to go. Try to make it to the end by steering around these walls. To turn faster while flying, try lowering an arm in the direction you want to turn and raising the other. This twisting motion will help you steer yourself. Now that you know how to turn midair, you can better control yourself along a racetrack when flying. To climb a wall, simply pull yourself up by grabbing the green handles. To grab a handle, hold the T button over the handle and your hand will snap to the nearest grabbable object. You can't jump here. Try and climb to the top of these walls. Pull yourself up by grabbing handle to handle. To snap to a handle, simply hold the T button.
Oh Gott.
By holding the T button when your hand is near a grabbable. Good job! Now you can scale up climbable walls. You can also fling yourself up a wall to climb faster. To fling yourself, first grab a handle with the T button, hold it above your head, and then throw it straight down to the floor. Release the T button on the way down. You can't slow climb these. Make it up the walls by flinging yourself upwards. Having trouble flinging yourself? Try to imagine throwing a ball downwards to the floor. The harder you throw, the further you'll fling. Fantastic! Now you can quickly scale up climbable walls by flinging yourself ahead of the competition. Double tap the T button to shoot your glove blast and blow things out of the way. Glove blast the target to open up the path. Point your hand where you want to shoot and double tap the T button. You can disable mines by hitting them with a well-placed glove blast. The glove blast can be used not only to interact with the environment, but also to defend yourself from others. While racing, you can also grab power-ups to augment your vector gloves. Smash through a power ball and double tap the T button to activate your new ability. Use Nitro to boost your way across this gap. While Nitro is active, you don't need to keep sprinting. Use it to take the lead with minimum effort. Now that you understand these new mechanics, let's put you to the test. Use what you just learned to make it to the end of the track. Nice job. Excellent. Awesome. Great! Now that you completed these tutorials, you're ready to tackle beginner and intermediate race courses. Or you can come back and try the advanced tutorial if you want to master sprint vector.
Das Problem ist, die Arme sind so kurz. Ich habe viel längere Arme.
Okay, now let's get to the advanced stuff. You might have noticed these green ribbons earlier in the climbing tutorial. These are called grip streams. You can grab anywhere on a grip stream by holding the T button over it. Once you grab on, it will carry you along its path. Any momentum you have before grabbing onto the grip stream will be kept during the route. For this grip stream, you'll want to fling yourself across its length, just like you did in the fling climb tutorial. To fling yourself, just like climbing, flinging is always much faster and easier than simply holding onto the grip string. The air brake allows you to slam towards the ground. Brake midair by holding both the T button and the move button on both hands while airborne. Brake while airborne to stop yourself from falling. Integrating the air brake into your races will allow you to reduce the amount of hang time left over from flying or falling. In addition, you can combine flying with air brake to keep forward momentum while dropping. Drifting allows you to turn in place without moving your body. While skating, hold both the T button and the move button down on one hand to drift in that direction. Drift this corner with your right hand to avoid falling into the pit. Nice! Additionally, you can sprint with your other hand while drifting to build more speed. You can pull your drift hand closer or further from your body to drift tighter or wider curves respectively. Drift around this corner with your left hand by pulling your drift hand close to your body. Hold drift around this wider corner with your right hand by pushing your drift hand further from your body.
Ah, verdammt.
Drifting with your right hand will turn you towards the right. Nice! By pulling your drift hand closer or pushing it further from your body, you can control your drift radius. To drift around this corner, you'll... Great! Now that you understand these advanced mechanics, it's time to put you to the test. Make it to the end of the track. Nice work! Good! Sweet! Congratulations on finishing the tutorials. Now you should know everything you need to race on any racetrack. If you want to know more about power-ups, feel free to try them out in the Power-Up Playground. If you ever need to practice or to refresh your skills, feel free to play any of the tutorials again. During races, you can smash through power balls to get power-ups that augment your vector clubs. When you get a power-up, double tap the T button to use it. This area is a playground where you can test various power-ups on yourself. Go ahead and try out all the power-ups. When you'd like to leave, skate over to the exit behind you. Chrono Shift will warp you to the last checkpoint that the closest racer in front of you has reached. Use it to catch up to the rest of the pack when you're really far behind. Nitro will boost you to extreme speeds. Double tap to activate, then hold the T button to boost your speed. While Nitro is active, you don't need to keep sprinting. Use it to take a break without losing speed. The lag mine will create an area that slows down anyone inside it. Don't worry, you can't be slowed down by your own mines in a race. The compressor mine is a high-gravity field that makes turning difficult and does incremental damage to anyone inside its radius. Place compressor mines next to hazards or big drops to create deadly traps to punish your opponents. During races, you can smash through power balls to get power-ups that augment your vector clubs. When you get a power-up, double tap the T button to use it. This area is a playground where you can test various power-ups on yourself. Go ahead and try out all the power-ups. When you'd like to leave, skate over to the exit behind you. The crash missile disables the locomotion of a racer. If you can hit someone with one, they won't be able to skate, jump, or fly until it wears off. The impulse shot will fire a projectile that grows larger the further it travels. On impact, it will explode, knocking back all racers. Use it to disrupt opposing racers, or fire it at your feet and ride the blast wave. The lag mine will create an area that slows down anyone inside it. Don't worry, you can't be slowed down. The prox mine lies in wait until another racer enters the bubble, triggering an explosion. The explosion knocks back all nearby racers and disables their locomotion for a short time. Overdrive will remove the limits on your speed. Double tap the T button to activate, and then start skating with all your might. If you want to play around more later, you can come back here anytime to try out all of the different power-ups.
Is paid for in part by the Corporian Mobile Infantry. If you're looking for a life of adventure, thrills, and danger like you see here on Street Vector, but wish there were more guns involved, join up and serve the Corporium today.
Before we added in those power balls, this game was a lot different.
If by different...
Here we go! It's a beautiful day out here on Asgard Beta.
Hopefully this cold
A
weather
victorious
motivates our
frog
racers to
wins
get across the
first,
finish line
and
a
then
little
shows up to the
faster.
battle.
Look at them go!
I wish I didn't have to, but I'm contractually obligated to actually pay attention to the races this season.
They've reached the checkpoint with
Oh,
no
God.
signs of slowing down.
Boah, Gottes Willen, da muss schon.
We've got a great crop of contestants this year, Shran. Who are you rooting for?
The trap.
Ah, verdammt.
Arms up! It looks like they found a shortcut.
They hit the checkpoint.
They dashed through the checkpoint.
Color me shocked, Mystery. There's only one section left. Do you remember the racers from 5 seasons ago? When you were going through that lizard man phase?
Boy, they are ugly.
They sure knew how to scamper, though.
Gott, muss ich ne.
Reminder that if you
Well, kid, I hope you enjoyed the sights out there, because there's not much else to enjoy when you run that slow.
Have I mentioned I own a few receipts? First 100 ships are on me.
Transportation for Sprint Vector is provided by Ducant Motors, the galaxy's oldest and most reliable motor company, no matter how many times they file for bankruptcy. Even with all those traps at the Delta.
You've been bouncing in that seat all day,